That's funny. Don't really realize I do a damn intro every time I start the damn video. What's going on, guys? It's your boy J Mac coming back with a motherfucking video, man. So I mean, I got challenged by a 3x3 challenge by a couple people, so I'm just gonna kind of bundle them into one. One was by Andrew from Tour Midwest. The other one was from that one guy, I believe his name is, that one guy. Sorry it's been so long since I've gotten to this, you guys. So if you guys don't know the 3x3 challenges, basically you get challenged by someone else, a moto vlogger, and go ahead, bitch. You say 3 facts about yourself, and then you challenge 3 other moto vloggers to do the same thing, to do the same challenge. My first time I did this, man, I did it basically when it all started out. It was way back in the day, probably a few months ago by now. Like, I'm not really going to challenge anybody else to do this because I feel like everybody and their mama and their grandmama's been caught out on this damn challenge. I mean, it's not a bad challenge, you know what I mean? My boy Rodney. My first thing is, I don't know how many of y'all know this about me, but I am a dad. I'm married. I have 3 kids. And I mean, I had my first kid when I was 19 years old. It's been a crazy experience, man. I love my kids, man. My kids come before anybody else, everybody else. Honestly, bro, I love being a dad. That's probably one of my favorite things about me, you know what I'm saying? I love my kids, man. I love my wife. I mean, we have our ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's kind of one of the things that goes with relationships, you know what I'm saying? I know not everybody can have that picture perfect marriage or relationship or anything like that, but I mean, you got to make it the best you can, you know what I'm saying? You got to be positive, you got to stay positive, and you got to always look at the bright side, you know what I'm saying? You can't dwell on negative shit, because that's what really kills everything, man. Negative shit's like, it's so bad for you, so bad for your well-being. I tell everyone, man, if you're not happy, if you're in a bad relationship, think about why you're in that relationship, you know what I'm saying? Think about what's going on, why it is how it is, you know what I'm saying? If it's not serious, then get the hell away from it, you know what I'm saying? It's your life, you make your choices and you do what you can. Number 2, I used to be a skater, man. Skating is what really kind of made me the person I am today. I know that sounds kind of weird, but you learn a lot of things when you're out all the time, like I used to be when I was a teenager. You know, you meet a lot of good people, a lot of sketchy people, and you decide what kind of person you want to be later in your life. That kind of coincides with, you know, the kind of relationships that you choose to be in and why you're in them. It's your life choices, you know, the people that you choose to be around. This is sketchy as fuck. But yeah, man, skating was a huge part of my life. And basically when I found out that I was gonna have a kid, skating basically just went on the back burner, and I haven't really touched it since. I mean, me and my friends, we used to make videos, you know, we would make little trailers. We used to watch CKY, man. You know, way back in the day, Bam Margera, Ryan Dunn, all those people, man. It was the best shit back in the day. I don't know if you guys are into that, or if you were into that. You can't really be into it these days, because I mean, it was a long time ago, and I feel like hardly anybody knows about CKY unless you grew up in that kind of in that general area right there, in the era. Well, CKY was huge to me, man. they they did some stupid ass shit. They influenced me and my buddies to do some really fucking stupid shit, and it was good times. Let's say, I'll give you guys a cheesy one. I mean, I love to fish. I love to go bass fishing specifically. Ocean fishing, I haven't really gone and had much success with ocean fishing. Don't get me wrong, I would try it in a heartbeat again. I've just been out there and I never caught anything in the ocean. So I mean, that kind of turned me off to ocean fishing a little bit, because fishing for bass, it takes technique, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot that goes into bass fishing. Before I started making videos, I used to fish all the time, bro. I used to fucking love fishing, man. Almost as much as I love skating. But skating took the cake by far. You know, I tried to get my kids into skating, and I don't know, man. They liked it for about 2 minutes until their attention span brought them to other things, and that was kind of, that's it. You know, like every once in a while my kids would be like, oh, let's go fishing, but that was a while ago. They don't even like to, they don't even talk about fishing anymore. I mean, I used to have a bass boat, sold the bass boat, got my motorcycle, sold that motorcycle, got this motorcycle, and I have another boat right now that I want to trade my buddy for a bass boat, because he has a bass boat just sitting in his yard, and my boat's just sitting in my yard. It's a Stingray, and I want to trade him for his bass boat. It's a smaller bass boat. It's not even as big as my old bass boat, but it's still something, you know what I'm saying? So that is my 3 things. I'm not going to call out anybody else, because like I said, everybody else has pretty much been called out for this challenge. Little bumpy ass road. So I'm going to leave y'all there. I hope you guys enjoyed these 3 things, man. I mean, it wasn't much, but it's 3 more things that you didn't know about me, so I'll just leave it at that. I hope everybody's having a good evening, man. I hope everybody gets out there on 2 wheels and goes on some adventures, man, because there's nothing like it. If you're not riding, think about getting into it. If you know anybody that rides, go and talk to them, because I'm sure they would love to teach you how to ride. It's amazing, man. Like I said before in past videos, man, it's life-changing. So on that note, all you guys have a wonderful evening. Be safe out there, do crazy things, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. Peace.